This is Brad Marchand, and you're listening to Breaking the Ice with Josh Dolan. I don't think he would ever let a pizza get out the door before he buried the whole thing, so he likes to eat that kid.
Because we're just talking anyway, and I think we got all the offensive stuff out of the way. We just get all the offensive stuff out, and then we pick it back up later on when we're drinking Sam Adams.
I'm never out of offensive stuff. But as we start this, we should give our awesome sponsors a big plug now. Go for it.
Yes. Boston Exterior Remodeling. Joe Dan's over there. Mike Shoe's in.
What's up, Shoe?
Boston Exterior Remodeling. Go follow him on Instagram at Boston Exterior Remodeling. You can find
windows,
them on the
siding. You can do all that stuff during the Corona.
Make sure that the house is looking good for the first party when you invite everybody over when this is over. And
New windows so we can break them.
Exactly.
Nobody's coming into my house. Nobody's coming into my house. Nobody's coming near me. No,
we were.
No,
we were in your house.
Does Boston Exterior Modeling do like biodome enclosures? You know, like not necessarily have to be glass. Maybe just like one of those big domes you see at a DPW area that has all the sand in it. Just a big cement dome. You know, like in the Truman Show. You know what I mean? It was just a giant dome. I could make my own sun come up.
Hey, wait a second. Here's a tie-in. This is where Invoke Media can do the remodel on their website to add the biodome section.
Okay.
Coming together.
Okay.
And then, then Lucas can knock down the trees in your backyard
to make room.
Pathfinder Tree Service to make room for the dome.
Right.
Yes.
And Chris at
Hide
Garage
your car.
Doors Plus can make a fucking garage door for your dome.
Right. I'm all set. This
I'm
is
done.
Great.
I'm done.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the dome.
All four of them.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
It's going to be good.
How you doing,
My
Mike?
wife makes face masks, so just call her, and then you're all protected.
Yes. That's great. That's
LauraDolan.com.
I'm just using I'm using all my single socks as face masks. I'm just taking rubber bands.
Hold on.
Right against my face.
Hold on. You're doing other stuff with your single socks, aren't you?
I wash them first. I wash them first. I am not putting a stiff sock on my face.
A stiff cock in your sock? What?
What is this? Hello? Can you hear me? Is this Zoom? There's no cock in my face. Is there a cock in my face?
Wait, hold on.
We have a great promo already.
Oh, good.
This is the show. And great cock in the face tonight.
Right. Not even Bill Lee is going to want to call into this show.
Oh,
jeez.
He'll call it. He'll call it. Did you figure? See, he's 70, so he probably doesn't have Zoom, right?
No, he is a landline. That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
No cell phone, no computer. He's like, he was like, hey, look, it's a Zoom thing. I tried to explain Zoom to him, and he's like, okay, I get it. But the only computer I can use is at the public library, which is 10 miles away, and they're closed. So we're going to have to use the landline. And I said, okay, hey, hey, this is Bill Lee, man. He's literally off the grid. He's been off the grid his whole life.
Right.
And what would change now? So hopefully I gave him all the info. Hopefully he'll be able to.
This was the same thing that Lenny went through. It took us 2 weeks to get Lenny. Not that Lenny didn't want to come on, and he was great. Thank you, Lenny. Appreciate it. But
Lenny has an iPad.
Oh, he does. But he called me. He goes, if you fucking tell me this is easy, I'll kick you in the dick. I'm like, okay, it's not. All right, easy.
Good Lenny impression. Yeah.
He literally said, I will kick you in the dick. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, he says that a lot.
He did it, though. He figured it out. And I love that he exposed you and your fucking old people porn. That was fucking funny.
I don't like old people porn.
Oh, that was a whole
I don't even know why this has to linger.
That is like the one thing that stuck with you. 20 years on WAF.
I know, and it's old people porn. I've worked with charities. I've talked to rock stars. But
nobody cares.
I did a really awesome metal show, but no, it's the old people porn that I've never watched
You don't get
in my
to pick
life.
you don't get to pick your family, and you don't get to pick what sticks with you on radio.
Right.
Have you heard that since AF went off the air?
And you know what? No. It was
now it's back.
Yeah. You know what else we learned, Josh? Remember, you can't pick your own nickname. Right?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Like the Boogeymen on the Patriots. How'd that work out for them?
Not good.
Oops.
Right.
Let's talk about that. And now Gronk's gone and Brady's gone, and I don't think any of us really give a fuck. I don't care if they fucking play football this year.
I love it. You know why I love it?
I love it
because
too.
the New England Patriots fans are going to be crying crying like bitches. They're going to be crying like Steelers fans. They're going to be just like Steelers fans when the Steelers don't make the playoffs.
Some. Do you think that's the whole fucking fan base? Are you in the fan base? Are you in the fan base?
You know what? Are you in the Patriots? I love the Patriots. It's like the Grateful Dead. I love the Grateful Dead. I hate deadheads. They're obnoxious.
All right. Okay.
You know?
I agree with you.
And same thing. So I love seeing Patriots fans cry because it's only a fucking game. Okay?
Because they act like trust fund kids.
You know what this says? No matter how much of a genius Bill Belichick is, and he is a genius. He's the greatest football coach in the history of the game.
Ever.
But he is hell to work with. You know, it only takes people of a certain character to stick in there, like Brady
was that like you and Edelman? Was that like you working with Greg?
No, working with Greg was relatively easy. You just self-medicate, you know, as much as you possibly can.
Come to work high.
Booze, drugs, you know, slamming my dick in a car door is always a favorite of mine to kind of get through. You know, it's a motivational technique I learned, you know, a long time ago in college.
There's your promo.
Yeah, so
but yeah, Patriots fans are like trust fund kids. That
not all of them. Some of them.
No, not all of them, because a lot of them I feel like might be bandwagon fans, and they don't even know they're bandwagon fans anymore because it's been so long that this bandwagon has been going on. Like the Bruins, every 2 years everyone falls off, and then it's just me standing up there like, where'd everyone go?
Right.
But.
I like the fact that Belichick literally traded a retired player for a fourth-round draft pick. Who fucking cares?
Was he retired though, or was he sitting out?
Who fucking cares? Who cares what Tampa does? Fuck Tampa.
Oh, the Bucks are going to be great. Bucks are going to be so good this year.
Good for them.
It's going to be awesome. Great. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
You start watching it? Fuck that.
What? They're not going to start playing until 2022. So who gives a fuck?
Yeah, there's no season anyway.
They'll be old. They'll be old and crickety. You know. Seriously, they should just let them use steroids now. Let them use steroids so they can, you know, they can get right back into it.
Oh, they don't need that. Gronk has CBD.
Yeah, he's not going to pass a test with CBD. You know,
it's all going to go to shit. It's all going to go to shit.
They must really hate playing with Bill. They must be so sick of Bill's shit, and rightly so. It's hard. It's probably very hard playing.
Look at every other player that's been through the ringer. Like I love Tom. Thank you for everything. You're at the end of your career. Love Gronk. Thank you for everything. I know you're only 30, but you're on paper. Okay, go play for someone else. You want to get paid? Have fun. I'm open to watch Stidham fucking do what he's got to. Just fuck it. Who cares? It's a game, like you said. Just fucking play them.
But they're old now, and like old people, you go down to Florida.
That's what the key is, Isaiah. You said it. This is their chance to have fun.
Correct.
And even though they've won multiple championships and they were the greatest football team in the world,
go have fun.
It was hard fucking work. So literally, Brady and Gronk are retiring to Florida. Right. That's what they're doing.
Like everybody else does. Like
they're retiring to Florida.
They're getting their last few millions, squeezing out, and they're not under a microscope like they are here in New England.
Giselle just told
3 weeks.
Giselle just told Tom, listen, go get some gas money, okay? Because I make fucking trillions. You go get some gas money in Tampa. We'll stay on the beach. We'll do a couple photo shoots. Then we'll fucking move to Brazil. Done?
Right.
Done.
Exactly.
And Gronk isn't even going to know the fucking his girlfriend's a fucking supermodel, so they'll be on the beach all nude doing push-ups. And then he'll run off because his ADD is going to kick in and he'll be gone.
Plus, when Gronk was a Patriot, he didn't play anyway. I feel like he was always hurt and getting surgeries and in a cast anyway. He's going to play one game, and then he's just going to hang out in Florida.
He plays.
Oh, he's just going to go down there and be Gronk. He doesn't have to play a lot.
Right.
Oh, hold on, you guys. I'm getting a call from Bill Lee here.
Hey, Bill Lee on the third phone.
No, hold on. Quiet down. I can't. Hold on a second. Oh, no, I don't know. It rang and then it went off. I have a feeling he can't get through. Let me, if I bug out of this, can I come back?
No,
I think so.
It'll be me and Josh. No, I'm kidding. You probably can.
Yeah.
This would be the shortest podcast we've ever done. This is cool.
Use the same link?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll edit some of this.
Who's going fucking crazy out there? Who? Do you know what fucking day it is? Josh?
I'm thinking about getting bangs.
Getting or growing?
That's every girl on social media right now. I'm thinking about dyeing my hair. I'm thinking about doing something different. Quarantine times.
If you go to Georgia, apparently the barbershops, the bowling alleys, and the tattoo shops will be open.
They're all racist. Oh.
What? Wow. So I can go get my Confederate flag tattoo, go shave a swastika into my head, and then go throw bowling balls at the not white people? Is that what they do in Georgia?
Yeah, but they don't use the term not white people. Oh,
I was doing it kindly. Hello, Mike.
All right, he's going to try it again.
Mike Stew on the big show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's WAF video style. What?
We can't use those call letters.
Yeah, those call letters are a station in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre right now. So
wait a minute, you The Office
and cue the Office theme song.
Yes!
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Dwight Schrute is doing the morning show.
Is the new morning show on WAAF.
Mm-hmm. What is this thing? Beats, Bears, and Battlestar Galactica?
I'm sorry?
What? Isn't that what Dwight Schrute says? Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he sounds a lot of shit, man. I did not watch that show when it was live, but I fucking can't stop consuming it. Like, it's awesome. And you can just turn on any one. It's like everybody loves Raymond, Seinfeld. You can hit anyone at any season and just be like, I'm good with this.
Well, I got to tell you, once Jim and Pam finally got together, it kind of lost something for me. They needed that tension there.
Oh, and when Michael was
Jim
gone.
and Pam becoming an item is
we have a phone number on.
Bill Lee.
Yes, good afternoon from my best friend's name's Zoom, and he lives in Calgary, so I guess he's on here too.
Bill Lee. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Bill Lee. Woo! How are you?
I'm self-quarantined for 31 years. I've been up here in Craftsbury on this ridge, and this really has not affected me one bit.
Okay.
Well, that's
we should have been following your lead this whole time.
Well, I was always ahead of everybody. That's why I was on the cover of High Times magazine so often.
Yes. The first Major League Baseball player to really endorse marijuana. Wasn't that the story? Tell us that story, Bill.
Well, I was the first one fined by Commissioner Bowie Kuhn. That's for sure. He fined me $250, and I sent the money to St. Mary's Mission in Alaska on the Tahana River and said that'll keep them in moose meat for a year.
Well, you weren't smoking it, though, you said at the time. You were just sprinkling it on your buckwheat pancakes. I think that's what
I was in the paper. That's what I said. And it said, the headline said, Lee smokes pot. And I said, they said, well, we're going to fine you. We're going to kick you out of baseball. And I said, well, I never said I smoked it. I said I used it. And then the Art Fuss, the drug czar under Nixon, he was there. And we got into a big debate on, and they finally fined me $250 for using marijuana as a condiment.
Really?
I have the letter from a condiment. I've got the letter from Bowie Kuhn.
So I can use anything like mustard or ketchup. I just can't use weed as a condiment, apparently.
You can't smoke it, but you can grind it up and use it any way you want, which is where we are right now, which is, you got CBD infused, Charlotte's Web, it says sleep on the side of the package, but most people don't sleep on it. And, buyer beware. That's what I say.
Bill, do you ever think in your lifetime you'd see the legalization of marijuana, at least to this point, that this many states would be legalizing weed?
No, never. No,
it's pretty cool, though.
Cheech and Chong, yeah. After Up in Smoke, and you see how Cheech and Chong personified it, you knew that would never be legalized.
Now it is. The federal government just needs to catch up with the rest of it. I think, Mike, you were talking about this on one of our other podcasts, that marijuana is not essential, at least here in Massachusetts, but in some states, it's considered an essential business during the pandemic.
Well, Massachusetts is the only state in the union that has shut down recreational cannabis dispensaries.
Why?
Every other state that has them, they're doing deliveries, they're doing curbside pickup. But Massachusetts, it's not essential. And Governor Charlie Baker's main reason is he didn't want people from out of state coming in and, bringing the virus, if they had the virus, into Massachusetts with them.
Don't they have their own weed?
Yeah. I just think that, that stigma is still there. Like, you know, when Bill Lee was fined for using it, it's some people still have that mindset right now, even though it's legal. So.
Well, that's why I'm out of work. I'm the first person ever to purchase legal marijuana in a store in Oxford, Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah, I still have it on my, I haven't used it. It's in a little vial. It's like a 60-40 CBD THC, you know, and put a couple of drops on your tongue and then just kick back.
Oh, nice. It's a tincture. Yeah. Those work very quickly. That's the good thing about the tinctures.
I can't wait to find out that cannabis is going to be this cure for the coronavirus bullshit. All this time, all it takes is a couple of puffs. Sit back. You're fine.
Well, we'll find out. It definitely ain't going to get up to my house here in Craftsbury.
Right? You have no cases in your town, I would imagine. You're the only person in your town, right?
No, there's about, I'd say 1,200 now. And, you know, I have 47 acres. My driveway's almost a half a mile long. It's uphill. I have eyebrow windows, and I have a 30-06. I have a couple of 410s. And
you're good.
You ain't making it up my driveway.
I like that. If the zombies start to come up the hill, you'll take them out one by one. That's much like Lenny Clark. We talked to Lenny Clark on our last podcast, and he's down in the vineyard. And what did you call it, Mike? A 300-yard kill zone he has?
Yeah, you gotta cut down the trees around your place so you have a kill zone. 300 yards is probably the closest you want to get. You know,
yeah, well, to get to Cape Cod, didn't he have to have some kind of oral sex with some guy? That's what it's in his skit, you know, but
wow.
He needed to ride.
Hey, you got to get to that house and be quarantined, so you got to suck whatever you got to suck.
That's too funny. Yeah.
What do you think about the baseball season? I mean, this whole thing is fucked up sports left and right. What about baseball being out? What are your thoughts on that? And what are your thoughts about them talking about playing in Arizona in these domes? I mean, talk about where you think MLB's at right now.
Well, the dome thing, that was on Slaughterhouse 5, which was Kurt Vonnegut. There was a dome on Trafalmador where he and Valerie Perrine were in there, and I would rather watch him and Valerie Perrine than a ball game.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. All I know is on the last day of November before Thanksgiving, I won the 70 and over national championship amateur ball in Florida. I was voted MVP, and now I don't have to play ever again.
Yes, you went out on.
Yeah, going out on top.
I'm going out on top, and I'm laying right here, and I've got 6 acres that I'm planting into hemp right now.
You're living the dream right there. That's perfect.
Well, I was always living the dream, and you know, I marched to a different drummer, I guess, and that's what they say. And I'm reading a book. It's by Christopher Hitchens. It's called Letters to a Young Contrarian. And Christopher Hitchens, you know, he passed away. He wrote a bunch of books. He's a Brit guy. I just read too much. You know, I'm up here. I don't have TV, and I read a lot, and it keeps me very happy.
Yeah, you were a man off the grid before off the grid was actually a term, I think.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember I was named Spaceman, but I always signed Earth on everything because this coronavirus is actually a way of thinning the herd.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gonna get rid of a lot of dumb people because they're all in Georgia, and Georgia's a penal colony, and who cares?
Oh my God.
And it's gonna ease the traffic.
To ease the traffic, I'm going to become a long-haul trucker because there's going to be no traffic.
Yeah, Georgia's doing this past week. So Georgia's now going to open essential business as far as they're concerned. Tattoo shops, hair salons, bowling alleys. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Do we need Georgia?
You know, they're gonna be complaining when it's
I love it. Bowling alleys. I think this is so.
Fucking bowling alley? Really?
Yeah, Cohen Brothers. It's bridges floating under all those dresses going down the lane.
Yes, Lebowski.
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news for those reasons. You turn it on and it's just fighting. And then last night it was like, wait, you're opening a tattoo parlor? What? I mean, don't get me wrong. I have tattoos, just not now.
Well, It's thinning the herd. That's what it's going to be. I don't think we've seen the height of it. I don't know. Maybe there's just some places the coronavirus won't go, and that's Georgia.
I don't
know. Georgia's not too far away from Florida, so it's making its way south.
Yeah, I remember when Alabama didn't have any either, and it was Alabama and Idaho. I think those were the last two states to get it. But
yeah, I remember when Italy didn't have it either, and look what happened.
Yeah. No, but they kiss a lot, and they're always hugging and kissing cheeks. You knew they were going to get it.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Too much affection, you're dead.
How come the Germans have the lowest death rate?
Right.
Because they're lying to us. That's why.
No. Because they're
no. It's just hard to kill a German.
No. All right, maybe there's that.
Their thing was they started mass testing immediately. They were able to corral people into areas where the virus was prevalent. So they were able to isolate it very quickly.
Wait. You said corral. You said corral. You mean they kicked doors open like in the Holocaust and made them do it?
Germans and corralling. That's a bad.
Yeah, Germans have some experience in that field.
We know how to gather people and wipe them out.
I don't know. It was all about testing.
I don't believe in testing.
Oh,
I don't believe in it because when you test somebody, and who says you're not going to get it 30 minutes later?
Exactly, yeah, because then you come in contact with someone else, and I was never a good tester in school either, so I'm not doing it.
Well, I believe in it's Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, and he's the German that Mo Berg was supposed to assassinate in World War II in Zurich, and he's the guy that worked with the Germans in the nuclear program, and he worked with Niels Bohr, and he said basically when you examine something, you contaminate the result. So the whole process of examining is false, according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Yeah, but that one didn't. You didn't think that would get on the show.
But what if we don't test? If we don't test, Bill, how are we going to be able to fight it?
You don't. You find out afterwards. You come in contact, you isolate them and everything else, and you try and do it. And as soon as you get sick, in the 2 days, this giant van comes by and picks you up and separates you from your family and puts you away for 14 days. I don't know. What the hell?
Silence.
But then how do you know so you say you wait till you get sick, but then how do you know if you're sick from that virus? You have to be tested.
Well, that's the antibody test. That's why I think I had it on January 2nd. I think I've already had it. And and I'm going to get the antibodies test and find out if I'm immune to it. And if I am, then I'm going to Cancun.
But I think what you're saying too is that like when there's people, especially that I know, that have been tested, and then they're going out in public and talking to other people like, oh, I don't have it, I got tested. But you don't know who else is a carrier. So people are getting tested being like, no, I didn't have it. But then the next day they could get it.
Exactly. Right. That's the way I look at it.
Well, it's just like the flu. It's just like the flu or bronchitis or something like that. I guess it's a similar situation where it's like, okay, I got tested today. I don't have it. But then I go out or somebody has it next 2 days, I've got it. So how do we test every day? I like maybe the after effect of it is okay. But if you're really, 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 really sick, you can't breathe, you're really fucked up, then you have to go to the hospital and take those chances. I think
some people are really stupid that they're taking the test saying that they don't have it as like that they're immune to it and they can't get it. And that's not what the test is.
All I know, it's blowing snow up here. I was out, I thought I got sick yesterday. I had a runny nose, and it was because I was out in 32-degree weather, working in a field.
Well, now every time somebody coughs or clears their throat or sniffles, everyone freaks out.
Yeah,
that's the freak out. You go to a supermarket now, you get them women with the mask on, they run away from you.
Oh, my God.
You guys wear masks?
When I go to the store, I do, yes.
Yes.
Well, I took one of my bras, a wife's bra, and I cut it in half, and I put one cup over my face, and it's cheaper that way.
Can you text that to Mike, and we'll put it immediately on the show?
I've been doing that for years with my wife's bras. And I think that's why. I mean, ever since we got together, so I think that's why I haven't been sick because
No, you won't get. I tell you, pillows are nice things.
Yeah, they are.
Wow,
yeah.
God,
it might be the underwire definitely detracts. I think and helps me stay healthy. Yeah.
Josh, Mike, we need to do this. Well, all of us need to take our wives' bras, put them over our face, take that group picture, and post it on social.
Sounds good.
Cut it on. Well, see, I've done this before. I used to make bras for a cause, for breast cancer, and I would sew a baseball on the cup, with the curve, the red seams, and I'd teach little boys the grips of the baseball on the cup of the bra.
Wow.
That's multitasking right there. You're having the talk and you're teaching them how to pitch.
Exactly, and I've come up with a new product because they're dumping milk, and I'm taking all the butter fat and I'm turning it into Parmesan cheese. I'm making the mold like a baseball, so I'm going to sell Parmesan and teach baseball grips. Same thing.
Nice.
Shake it out.
Bill, a few years ago, you actually ran for governor? Your platform was no guns, no butter, or was that when you ran for president?
That was when I ran for president against Bill Clinton. That was the Rhinoceros Party. No guns, no butter, they'll both kill you. When I ran for governor, I was taking the northern 3 counties of Vermont with me, and we were going to Quebec for free health care.
Wow. Yeah, you were
succeeded.
You and Bernie Sanders were pretty much, you have the same kind of platform, although he's become a little more mainstream, I guess you can say. Yeah.
Yes, he lives right over this ridge from me. If I cut down Stoner Ridge where I get my wood, honest, it's named Stoner Ridge. If I cut down that ridge, I can see Bernie's house.
That's awesome. He's spending some time at home these days. You should go team up with him and get going.
Nah, I got ideas and stuff, and I just sit around here and I think of a new job or how to save the oil. Why don't they pump the oil that they've got out of the well and pump them down back into the ground, into these salt domes where it came from, and let it sit there for another 100 years before we need it again?
Okay. Bill Lee has ideas.
Well, you had a great idea, and I don't know why the rest of the world isn't jumping on this, because I think they're doing it in Scandinavia. They're taking. Didn't you have like a proposal to make energy from the tides in the Bay of Fundy?
Yes, I thought of that 15 years ago.
I don't know why the world isn't embracing the ocean tides as a source of energy, because it's a constant, like solar. And it's just ridiculous how nobody else is embracing it in the world.
I didn't even think of that. That is a good idea.
Keep going, back and forth.
Nova Scotia, 4 times a day. It comes in, out. The thing's going 30 miles an hour. It's going to do hell on the lobsters probably, but you could have all the energy to power all of New England just in the Bay of Fundy.
Now, Bill, did you run any of these ideas by George Bush when you were smoking weed with him?
No, I was just talking about tie stick in the Vietnam War back then.
You should have brought up these ideas, man.
How'd you end up smoking with him?
I want to tell you something. He's living proof that anybody can be president.
Oh, no, I think the guy in office now has him beat. I'm sorry. I think Trump has him beat there.
I could out-Trump all day long,
I would love to see Bill Lee as the president.
Yeah, see how gullible the American public is. It's unbelievable. And all these people that are defying the COVID-19, they're all Republicans, I think. So I'm pretty sure Biden's going to win in a landslide.
We try to stay away from politics on this show, but you, Bill Lee, president, I fucking vote for that all day.
Absolutely.
Well, I should have been a long time ago. I'm telling you, we would have world peace. I kind of like, that in New Delhi, it's the first time in 40 years they've seen the Himalaya Mountains.
Right?
Right?
Yes.
This is like what I was talking about on one of the other podcasts, that maybe we are the virus and the Earth is trying to get rid of us.
Yeah, the Earth is a giant organism, right? And it's trying to heal itself. Hey, Bill,
you ever see the movie Bambi?
Yes.
Yeah.
When Bambi comes out and his mother goes, Bambi, there's evil in the forest, and that evil is man. I learned that on my first Jiminy Cricket, Pinocchio movie. Let your conscience be your guide. And everything I learned in Mel Brooks movies or in Disney movies.
Mel Brooks is awesome. I just saw Mel Brooks on CBS Sunday Morning. He was on there with Reiner. They've been friends for decades, and they're still breaking each other's balls. Those two are awesome.
They are. It is amazing. They're super achievers. They're all over 90. There's a lady that was doing yoga. She was like 95, had lifted her ass off her ground with her arms. I'm going, how the hell did she do that?
Well, Bill, you must be, Bill, how long have you been a Rastafarian?
Probably since I smoked my first joint at USC.
Done.
So are you like full on Rastafarian? Like you do the whole like vegan diet or vegetarian diet? And
hell no, man. I had a steak the other day and I was as happy as I've ever been. But
fuck that.
I get up every morning at 6 o'clock and I do exercises with this ballerina from Jamaica. Her name is Miranda Esmond White. It's called Eccentrics, and you watch where she puts her legs, and you'll be flexible forever.
Ew. That and a big giant joint, you're off for the day. That is awesome.
Awesome. Bill, if we could go back to baseball for a second, what do you think about Alex Cora and his involvement in the cheating with the Astros and the Red Sox letting him go? Do you think, how can you tell us how much cheating there is in baseball? I kind of consider it to be like fighting in hockey. Like it's actually a part of the game, and it's kind of the art of the game. And if you get caught, then you're just not doing it well.
Remember the guy who pulled the emery board out of the back of his pocket, and his brother was Joe Necro.
Oh,
if you're not cheating, you're a guy named, Don Sutton cheated every game of his life, his last probably 10 years, roughing up the ball. Whitey Ford, you had Yogi Berra scraping the ball. You had me when my arm was sore. I put emery into my Wilson, and I put a W on it with orange crayon and made it look like the Wilson logo, and I used to scrape the ball, till my arm got better. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Wow, there it is. That's pretty simple, but they're making such a big goddamn deal about it and blowing it way up. I don't know if they have nothing better to do or it's just going back to the media likes to cover shit, but it's a total shit show right now of who cheated and how.
Well, smart pitchers know when that happens. When you make a great pitch and someone goes down and gets it, the next time up you stick it in his ear. You just cross them up and you cross up your catcher and everything else. Once you're known as unpredictable, they don't do that. And Tony Oliva, Rod Carew, they said I was crazy, and by saying I was crazy, I had already won half the battle.
That's great.
Well, what do you think about there was the city council in Los Angeles, and they had a proposal that they wanted to take the World Series trophy back to LA because the Red Sox were cheating. They were using the video room to cheat on that. Well, is there any validity to that? Should a team like the Astros or the Sox give up a World Series because they were caught cheating that season?
No,
it's after the fact.
Fuck that.
Trust me, LA would get the trophy and they'd forget where they put it.
Oh. Dave Robertson fucking lose it and bring it back to Boston thinking he was still playing in 04 for the Red Sox.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you can always tell an LA boy. You just can't tell him much.
Oh, Jesus. There it is. Do you follow football at all, Bill Lee?
Yeah, I do. I can't believe they're having these two geriatrics down there in Tampa Bay.
We were just talking about that before we started. It's a combination of, look, Tom and Gronk did amazing things for us. Thank you very much. And Mike said it. It's hard to play in New England, and these guys are going on a vacation down in Tampa. They're going to fuck off for a couple of years and not go through the grind, because I don't know who coaches Tampa, but he is not Bill Belichick. And that system is not like, they may win, they may do extremely well. God bless him, just like Pete Carroll did with the Seahawks. He had a fun atmosphere. That shit is not long-term tested, though. So go have a couple of nice years in Tampa.
I was saying this earlier, Bill, that they're basically, like Gronk and Brady are basically retiring to Florida. That's what they're doing.
Oh, for sure. Everybody goes. And I know farmers up here, they go to Florida, they're dead within 6 months.
Oh. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
Bill Lee just said on the Breaking the Ice podcast, Brady and Gronk dead within 6 months. You heard? This is an exclusive, Bill Lee.
This is an exclusive.
That's awesome.
Well, you guys just wait until they get Antonio Brown in 2 weeks.
They're going
then
to.
It's gonna be awesome.
Man.
They're going to. They're absolutely going to.
Yeah, and the Bucks are going to be amazing.
And they're going to win. Either they're going to win every game, and the Super Bowl's in Tampa, by the way.
Really? Hello.
The whole fucking thing. Or they'll trip and only win 6 games. It's either going to be a huge success or wow, that was a waste of time. I guess I'd like to watch the success. That'd be fun. Is that your dog, Josh? What is your dog doing?
Yeah, that's why I disappeared for a minute because I'm trying to.
Does your dog wear boots in the house?
No, I just gave him peanut butter in a bowl because he wouldn't stop whining because he does that when I'm podcasting. I don't know why. He was asleep all morning, and then as soon as I hit record, he just won't shut up. So I just.
It sounded like he was back there playing the drums. I was thinking,
right.
Wow,
no, he's rocking the bowl.
The drums in quarantine. That's using your time wisely.
No, this is what's going on right now. We got.
Jeez.
Hey, Bill. Josh locked his dog in a cage. That's inhumane, isn't it?
Well, if you're afraid, buy a dog. That's what I've always said. I've never had a dog.
He's afraid. He's afraid of a few things out in wherever the fuck he lives.
Bill, you got any animals on the farm?
Oh, no, they're all dead.
Oh, geez. Did you eat them all?
My ex-wife was here. I had 2 sheep. They died. I had a bunch of chickens. The fox ate the last one in a 3-round bout and then shit on my freaking front porch. You know, that was pretty brash.
I've got this image in my head of Bill Lee's world out in the middle of nowhere. All the animals are dead. He just burned his Brady and Gronk jersey. He's high as fuck and doesn't follow any of the Rastafarian fucking rules. Is that about right, Bill?
Yeah, I'm a Zen Buddhist, Roman Catholic, Rastafarian, so I'm all over the place.
Right next door to fucking Bernie Sanders.
I thought you were an agrarian communist Rastafarian.
That was 2 ounces ago.
No, okay. I am a left-handed ADD, dyslexic. that is
These are all fucking great names for strains of weed. Left-handed ADD, fucking delirious, fucking Bernie Sanders neighbor living dude.
Well, my wife says you're schizophrenic, and I said, well, I'm never alone.
That's right. Hey, Bill, have you tried growing your own weed?
No, we tried it a while back, about 15 years ago, but it's tough. The deer eat it, everything eats it, and then once it gets big, everybody steals it up here. So it's kind of you don't grow it, you just steal it.
I could easily see you creating the Leafus strain, like named after the pitch you used to throw.
The Leafus slow curve. I threw that and Perez hit it for a home run in Game 7. I had when he crossed home plate, I still had a 3-2 lead. I get traded after Bucky Dent's home run in '78. I get traded to Montreal, and my first baseman is Tony Perez. So I am mad as hell. I go down. In the first batting practice, I throw him 12 straight slow curveballs, and he doesn't hit one of them out of the ballpark.
Of course not.
And I'm going,
right?
Exactly. I'm going, what the hell?
Well,
don't worry about it. Yeah.
Well, Bill Lee, so you're planning on when the snow goes away, you're going to grow a crop of hemp, and you're going to stay on the farm, and you're going to defend it with your several guns.
Yes.
And any plans to run for office for governor of Vermont again?
Oh, hell no. I'm moving to Canada. If Trump gets elected again, my wife's Canadian, and she's going insane with all this stuff up here. And we just want to get back to Canada. We'll have socialized medicine. Hemp is legal. Everything's fine. And there's only one highway, so we're fine.
And lots of hockey.
Lots of hockey. I love hockey. I'm good friends with Frank Mahovlich and,
nice.
a lot of guys. Lenny McDonald from Calgary and Guy Lapointe. And there's a lot of guys I'm still friends with up north of the border.
Hey, Bill, so when I know especially now, like the Bruins and Celtics and Patriots, they all kind of like hang out together. And I know our old coworker at WAF, Lyndon Byers, was always telling us about other athletes in Boston he was hanging out with. Who in Boston would you hang out with that was on like maybe the Bruins or the Celtics?
Well, Derek Sanderson, I hung out at his bar, and I used to drive around him between Zelda's and Daisy Buchanan's back in those days, and but I don't really hang out with anybody. I am an isolationist. That is true. I do go, when I do meet with people, it's because I'm on the stage. You know what I mean? That's what I do, and I perform, I do my thing, and I get out of Dodge.
Well, listen, we really appreciate you coming on the podcast with us.
Thank you,
Bill.
Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
And also, thanks for having me, and let everybody know that this too will pass, and trust me, read Self-Isolationist, and when you're looking for a hero, you wake up in the morning, you're looking for a hero, look in your own mirror.
There you go.
That's good advice. And Bill,
that's awesome.
Isaiah and Mike Shue are always giving me crap for growing up in the woods, and they're always saying I grew up in an Amish cult, and I grew up in a town, Ayer, Massachusetts. Now, didn't you live in Ayer, Mass at one point?
I was a private in Ayer, Massachusetts, and I was in the 624th MP detachment, and I worked for Alvin B. Erzik, and I did 8 weeks at Fort Devens, and I was an MP.
That's amazing. Can you please tell them it's not an Amish cult? It's just a nice little American town.
It is. It's a military town, and it's that's what it was. It has a great golf course now, and anytime you get outside of the 495 loop, you're looking for sanity.
Well, I know, buddy. I live in Worcester. Believe me, crazy central. So.
Well, thanks, Bill. Bill, thank you.
Thank you for having me on, and you guys take care and don't just stay away and just be on your own and don't worry about a damn thing, because this ain't going to kill healthy people, I don't think.
Or smart people.
Oh.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Right on, Bill. Thanks, man.
Hey, we got to mention some of our sponsors that make this happen.
Yes.
Jeff wrote them all down because we have some new ones. Why don't we start with the new ones?
Wrote them all down. I have them up here. Pathfinder Tree Service.
Don't look down. No!
Pathfinder Tree Service, Boston Exterior Remodeling, Garage Doors Plus, and Invoke Media.
And we tied them all together before because Mike Shue wants to build this biodome, stay the fuck away from me. So the tree service can Pathfinder Tree Service can cut down all the trees to build the biodome. Boston Exterior, what's their name?
Remodeling.
Boston Exterior, yes.
So what they can do is they can remodel my house into a dome.
Perfect. Chris at Garage Doors will build the garage door for the dome.
So I can load in all the weed. Right.
Load in all the weed.
It down.
And then Nicole at Invoke Media Group can build the website to promote the dome that you'll never fucking go in.
Right. So that the internet can see everything that you have that you don't want them to have.
Do a live stream.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Invoke Media. That'd be very important for us to do.
We can only have clients that tie in moving forward. If you ever want to sponsor this show, you have to be able to tie into Mike's fucked up biodome plan. If you don't, no mas.
I'm going to need like a fertilizer company and maybe a gun shop.
A grill company. You're going to need a food supply. You're going to need, I mean, got to get a fucking, wow.
I'm going to need strippers and.
How are you going to explain the strippers to your daughter?
Oh, that's a whole nother section of the dome.
Oh, so is there 2 domes?
Yes.
There's a smaller dome.
There's passwords to different wings.
Right. The Chris from Garage Doors will build a door that'll go to a smaller dome. And that's going to be like it's just going to be like a big VIP area, just couches.
Is there a dome company that if you watch Fox News enough, there's the Doom Dome, I'm sure.
There's a dome company, but that's a whole nother thing.
Ew. I think we're done. I think we're done. We're done.
Right.
See you, boys.
See ya.
All right, you guys.